This is Tony G, your champion with the take. So I wanted to touch quickly on something. It's something that's been glaringly obvious to yours truly for months now. Becky Lynch, at the absolute height of her popularity, when she was organically becoming the hottest person on the roster, was something new, something fresh, some people could really rally behind. When she turned heel-ish on Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam 2018, the crowd popped something so fierce, it was undeniable. Everybody was ready for it. Everybody wanted it. I predicted it. I said, no, Charlotte's going to get the win. Becky's going to turn heel. And when she did, the crowd said, no, no, no. This is the Becky we wanted. This is the Becky Lynch that we have been craving since she debuted on the main roster. So when she finally did turn on Charlotte, who was quasi-face at the time, and the pop was so big, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point that she was the new badass resident of WWE. When she took that torch and she ran with it, people rallied behind it. You started seeing the man signs. You started getting the big pops. And that's when they decided, okay, this push is no longer in question. We have to do this. But when they started to do it in execution, that's where things went wrong. The execution, of course, was the higher-ups getting involved. They decided, well, we need to help you. We need to push an injury to help the crowd get behind you. The crowd was already behind her. She did not need the help of the crowd feeling sorry for her, feeling bad for her, cheering her as the underdog. She was no longer the underdog. She was a stone cold type figure in the women's revolution. Yet still, instead of the one-on-one match at WrestleMania between her and Ronda, where she should have gotten the ultimate rub, we got the triple threat. And I will digress. That probably ended up being better than the one-on-one match would have been. Because we all knew that at the end of WrestleMania, it was going to be Becky holding up 2 belts. We got that. And that was fine. What wasn't fine was the fact that after the fact, they did not know what to do with her because higher-ups got involved to the point where they watered down the concept of the crowd cheering her for the sake of cheering her because they liked her. So when she had the 2 belts after WrestleMania, we expected her to lose one. She lost it. Charlotte, Bayley, no more Becky 2 belts. Not a problem. From there on out, it's almost like they did not know what to do with Becky. Is she still hot? Is she not? What do we do now? Becky Lynch has done everything she can possibly do with the handcuffs that were slapped on her with the run that she's been given after she got hot. Where do we go from here? That's the question. Never mind the fact that they took the real-life romance of her and Seth Rollins and completely bastardized that to the point that nobody wanted to see it. She was tired of being involved with it. Seth felt uncomfortable. We got one good mixed tag match out of it that was better than it should have been. Now we can move on from it. And then she did the one-on-one with Natalya. Things are fine. Where do we go from here? I was really, really hoping that we would get a bit of a quasi-heel turn in Canada against Natalya. That way Becky could take that, not so much shine, not so much heat, but that middle ground pop from the crowd and run with that into the next few months. That's what I wanted to see, but we didn't quite get that. Where does Becky go from here? I'm honestly not sure. I think that she could again be the hottest name in the company if you do it correctly. Let Becky Lynch be Becky Lynch. She's already probably the best person on social media as far as bantering with former legends, future legends, current stars. Let her be herself, not just on social media, but every time she goes to the ring. Let her do her thing. Let her be genuine. Let her be herself, because that's how the stars of the Attitude Era got over. They went out there and they played themselves up to 11 to 12. That's when they got over with the crowd. The crowd responded to that because they could feel that realism resonating with them, with the performer in the ring. That's what Becky needs. That's when she thrives. And that's when she is her absolute best. So my thought is, I don't care who you set her up against. There's a small chance she could feud with Sasha Banks upon her return. I would love to see that. That would be fantastic. Maybe a returning Ronda Rousey even. But what you've got to do is get uninvolved, WWE Creative. Let Becky take the reins back. Let her go out there, do her thing, and stop getting so damn involved with it, because that is your license to print money. That is your workhorse of the women's evolution, women's roster, whatever you want to call it now. That is the license to print money. Run with it. I'm Tony G. Very simple. Nothing more to it. Becky Lynch still has absolute potential to be the face of your company if you would just let her do it. Like, share, subscribe. Tony G with the Take. Thanks for joining us.